Alright.
20 people subscribe to your shit.
You're gonna tell you. Oh, you do that. Tell your people to subscribe to my shit.
Hmm?
I said, tell your people to subscribe to my shit. Did I spell your name correctly? Yeah.
I literally. Yes.
And what are we talking about?
It's like
Honesty.
honesty.
Yes. Having an honest conversation about honesty. Alright, I'll do the rest of the editing afterwards. Hello.
Good morning.
I'm Absird, and we have
I'm Jay.
Jay chatting with Abby today. And Erin's around. She's just she's licking my feet.
She's into that freaky shit.
Yeah, she actually is. She's this is her first heat. And she's been acting out. This dog followed me home.
She followed you.
No, not this one.
Oh, okay.
Not this one. Well, okay, the dog didn't follow me home.
Mm-hmm.
He was following her.
Okay.
To my house.
Oh, okay.
And each time, like, you know, she keeps trying to run to him too. And I'm like, girl, wait. You don't even know his name. Dang. Get in the house.
His name is Doge.
Yeah. It's been a learning experience. But her being he is the reason I'm wearing red shorts. This is my first time having a lap dog in heat. So I was like, oh, you just ruined my pants. Excellent.
You don't put diapers on her?
See, I didn't know about things like that.
Oh, I found out about that recently. My coworker is like, oh, she got a dog and you gotta put diapers on her. I was like, oh, well, fuck.
Oh, would have given her some diapers or some doggy tampons.
I don't know if the doggy tampons work.
Oh, you know what?
Then
I
again,
just
I don't really know if you want to shove anything up there like that.
yeah, I just thought about how tampons work.
Mm-hmm.
Doggy pads.
I mean, I don't really think there's nothing to keep them on her ass.
They just float there. Like that's how women do it.
No.
Women just use magic.
No.
And then the pad.
You take the underwear, and then, you know, they just put wings, and the wings fold over.
They have wings. They fly. They hover themselves.
The vaginas do not hover themselves.
Not the vaginas. The pads have the wings.
Yes, and they fold on the panties.
Like what's that thing? That barnacle?
So you think the tampon or the
Not the
pad,
tampon.
You think the pad is a barnacle, so it just glues to her vagina.
Yeah, it's like a nice hug. And
that's really nice.
And then as they bleed into it, it's like eating and getting full.
It's eating and getting full.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be stuck to their vagina, and how they're gonna remove it from their vagina? It's like an unwanted waxing that they didn't ask for.
But I mean, a waxing's a waxing.
But all women don't want to be waxed.
Are the same women using pads the same women that's waxing?
I can't speak for all women. So I
Me
don't have a
neither.
vagina, so I already know what I prefer.
I don't know if I have a vagina or not. I haven't found it if I did.
Some hoes use women. I call everybody hoes. It's a general statement I use. So men, whatever, all my friends, they're all hoes. I just want to clarify that nobody knows me all like that yet. Dixie cups. They use Dixie cups. Diva cups.
Oh, okay. Okay, because those are, oof.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dixie cups. This is a new one.
You to me too. Shit. Well, shit. Once again, I don't have a vagina, so I have to show up a second. So.
Yeah. Whew. So, I'm in a bunch of groups.
Okay.
And I don't just mean like Facebook groups, social circles.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Are you planning anarchy or something?
no.
Okay.
I'm just apparently showing people something they don't see that often. Like, I don't want to do it on camera, but that's something I'm gonna have to take care of. All right, I don't want these on my face right now. I, ew. Hey, girl. Um. So I join these social circles, and I get to know people and everything. And people always like, "Oh, you're so smart. You're so talented. You're this. You're this. You're this." And when I decline some of these things, they're like, "Oh, you're so humble." It's like, well, I'm not trying to be humble. I'm not trying to be smart. I'm not trying to be talented. I'm just trying to be honest. And the things that you're seeing are simply the results. When I often tell people, repeat what was told to me. I was hanging with my homie Donald. I asked him these same questions, like, man, how do you do that? How do you see and understand? How are you so smart? He's like, I'm just honest. And I was like, no, I tell the truth, and I can't do what you're able to do. And then I realized he posted this article. I'm gonna link it, but it's bi-directional honesty. What honesty, basically about what honesty really is. And it helped me understand the difference between honesty in social situations and honesty to reality. Like at work, you're probably not going to lie to people, but you're going to tell them the truth they need to hear. And that's acceptable. Makes you feel good, makes them feel good. It seems like everybody wins. And that's, social honesty. But true honesty, just tea.
Oh, I don't like to be licked all like that.
Oh, she's gonna like lick your face and stuff, Just
I'm okay. I don't need to be wet.
you can tongue kiss my dog because I don't.
I'm good. That's what the other dog is here for. Dog can be a lesbian.
Oh, she wants you to rub her.
I don't know what you want, but I don't want to be licked.
That's why she keeps like hitting your hand.
Honestly, I don't know.
You're not rubbing her where she wants to be rubbed.
Where you want to be rubbed?
So she wants to move your hand to where she wants it to be.
Well, that's what you're for.
She wanted you.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
she's taking my hand. Mm-hmm. Okay, this.
Yeah.
And see, the licking means that I got the right spot.
Do you though? Your hand still be.
I'm adjusting. See the adjustment? You can tell by how she.
It's good for her to train you as well.
Where do you want my hands to be? Because the biting is reaching a point of annoyance. Okay, you're good. I don't want to keep getting bitten either. I understand that's how she communicates.
I love her. It's just puts it down. It's like, no.
This dog is so adorable.
She is decently adorable. Oh, you ruined the picture.
Yeah, there you go. Did you get the picture?
More or less.
No, don't bite me. I don't want to play the mouth game. Believe it or not, that's one of my least favorite games. Oh yeah, so I read the article, and it's a lot. I had to read it a couple times, and not like back, like read it, come back a week later, read it, come back a week later, read some more. The first time I read it all the way through, and then I broke it up into chunks. But it goes deep in about honesty isn't just the good that we do to others and the bad that others do to us. It's the full scale of what we do to the world around us, and the full scale of what our environment does to us.
You got him to rub you.
And so it made me see, like, sometimes I was being nice, or I was doing like kind deeds so that I could feel good about it, not so I could actually help people. Like I was looking for opportunities to help people. It's the best way to put that. I was looking for opportunities to help people so that I can, feel appreciated. And then I'm not sure he wants to cuddle you. Hey, hey, tranquila. Tranqui. I'll give you my lap.
Your chihuahua ass.
She is Chihuahua.
So yeah, you read the article?
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on honesty? You don't have to use my viewpoint.
Um, I think it's. I don't think it's hard for people to be honest at all. I think it's hard for people to fathom the what comes after me being honest. Um, and I'll take that as so I've been working with like people who have been HIV positive for a long time now, and then obviously HIV is such a big thing. It's very stigmatized, and even after all the stuff they've done with it, you know, you could live a healthy life with HIV, take your medication as you're supposed to. You really can't pass it back to people. And now they have PrEP, which you know, if you want to be in a relationship with somebody, they can take PrEP, which also protects you from HIV as well.
Okay.
So 2 layers of protection, you know, plus and condoms and whatnot. Heck, a woman can be pregnant, take her pills, husband, her can have sex, he's not gonna catch it, and kids wouldn't have it either.
Wow.
So it's come like really far away. But there's still people who are quite ignorant. So you know, first and foremost, you know, when people scream AIDS, it's like it's not AIDS. AIDS is basically the highest level of having HIV, where it's like you're basically almost at death's door. Your counts are really low, and that's AIDS. Like
So
HIV,
AIDS is basically a death sentence.
not necessarily. You could come back from AIDS.
Okay.
So you know you could. There's lots of people who know they'll start out at AIDS when they get diagnosed because they've basically waited so long and they've been. The numbers are just bad.
Wow.
Basically.
Okay, so AIDS is a numbers game.
Yeah, AIDS is all about your white blood cell count and the amount of HIV in your system. Um, basically. But it's still stigmatized. It's like, I don't want AIDS. I don't want them touching me. I don't whatever. But no, I can understand for somebody being positive, not necessarily want to be honest about telling you I have this because I don't know what's the ramifications of me telling you. And I ain't necessarily saying about sex. I mean, it's like, does that make our friendship more awkward? Does that make any kind of relationship more awkward? And I don't even mean like relationship, just like boss, coworker, anything like that.
Right.
Do you feel different about me? Do you feel? Are you wondering bad things about me afterwards? Like, well, did I get this from sex? Or you just, oh, you're just a gay person or something? Or drugs? Or what kind of person are you? How did you get this? Yeah, so what's the ramifications of me telling my truth? So if I tell you, that, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something random besides the HIV. If I tell you, like, I'm not a dog person, there's a dog in front of me, well, are you judging me because I was like, okay, I don't like the dogs. I'm sorry, I don't like that. That's never been me. Don't like that. I'm always not a dog person. I'm not a cat person. I'm not any kind of animal that's going to be in my face. So I could possibly do a bird, but are you judging me for that?
It sounds like, from what you experienced, and yeah, from your, like, your total experience, a major hindrance to honesty seems to be fear and uncertainty.
I think that's probably the general consensus for a lot of people. So whether it's being like telling the truth or just, you know, withholding the truth.
That actually matches what my brother Donald claims to see. He says that honesty is the individual effort to be in sync and tune into truth and reality. So honesty is like that effort. And so if someone's experiencing fear and uncertainty, they have two choices. They can, you know, cower away from it, or they can brave through it. Did you spill something?
No.
No, she just wants to bond with you.
Don't do that.
See how she puts her ears down so she looks cuter? So in her head, she doesn't think she doesn't know she looks cuter. She just knows that when she puts her ear down, I tend to react by rubbing her.
Don't do that, buddy. Don't do none of that. I don't play.
So yeah, you can either be brave or be a coward.
I can't associate with being brave or being cowardice. It's sit.
Eren, acá. Good girl. Hey, siéntate. Good girl. Eren, bájase.
I think in
Girl.
this day and age, I think there's so much like, especially undiagnosed things. So let's think of like even just self-esteem. Everybody's self-esteem was not built up properly. Like everybody wasn't praised. Everybody's not certain of themselves. So me necessarily telling you something that's difficult to say just means I just never built up the strength to be able to deal with whatever's coming up. It's like some people might just always be at that edge where it's just like, oh my gosh, if I tell you this right now, it's going to cause a whole world of shit. And I'm not prepared for any single one of these consequences that comes from me telling you the truth. Like I can't tell my mom and dad that I am pregnant right now. They will probably kick me out of the house. I'm not prepared for this right now. I'm probably going to go because I don't have the structure where the family's will support me with any of this shit, but I'm going to probably go try to self-abort myself. Or I'm not, sit, girl, sit, chill.
So right now, it looks like she's trying to comfort you.
Okay.
She can see stress, and she's trying to give away to channel stress through ways other than aggression.
Don't you dare.
If you want, you can rub her belly and all 18 of her nipples.
Okay.
She really likes that.
You like the 18 nipple rubs? Oh my god, why you got so many breasts? You got all the breasts.
Oh, see now see how she's trying to reposition? A little nasty.
Sit. Or lay down.
Man, a lot of what you're describing sounds like anxiety.
You know, a lot of people probably have it. Stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people are anxious.
I've only encountered a few people that didn't show clear signs of being preoccupied with the future. Yeah, I've only met a few people who weren't like preoccupied with the future. That's one of the techniques that I've noticed works with anxiety is to tune into reality. Is to essentially whenever I'm experiencing anxiety, and I've noticed like psychologists recommend this. They mention it in movies. Lots of the stories mention as well. When anxiety is occurring, just be honest. Like find something easy to be honest about. Like one technique I saw was top of eye, side of eye, top of cheek, chin, shoulder.
Take her.
Eren, acá. Good girl. Acá. Hey. No. It was top of eye, side of eye, top of cheek, chin, shoulder. And so when someone, that technique is, essentially for higher levels of anxiety, but because of the principles of the technique, it works for any level of anxiety. The
So,
other options were 3 blue objects, 2 red objects, 1 yellow object.
are you looking for that to make yourself less anxious?
The goal is to just be honest about things, to look for observable instances in reality. As you tune into reality, because of how anxiety functions as a mechanism, it it goes away because you're no longer worried about the future. You're no longer thinking about what ifs and you're imagining possibilities. Instead, you're focusing on what is. It also helps that you tend to focus on a different subject than whatever you're being anxious about, so it gets your mind off of whatever that subject is as well. Like if I'm going to a job interview and I'm anxious, oh, are they gonna like me, or are they gonna hire me? How much money are they gonna offer me? How do I do this? And then I start saying, all right, there's a brown bag, a purple speaker, blue cup, black dog, wooden floor, black chair, weird colored chairs, tumbler. Then I'm not even thinking about the job interview anymore. I'm just calm. And then I go in calm. They're like, oh, you're so calm. Why are you so calm? I just took a moment to be honest. I just took a moment to focus. Took a moment to breathe and relax. But man, that whole situation sounds rough. Because in that situation, like, oh, I'm pregnant. That anxiety isn't created from nothing. There have been plenty of stories, and they know their parents. They tend to have an idea of how their parents would react to situations.
Very much.
So when they say, oh, I'm pregnant, they're like, well, my parents have mentioned multiple times, if you get pregnant, I'm going to punish you. If you engage in this behavior, I'm going to punish you. They may have been punished for smaller scale behavior of the same variety. Like, maybe not pregnancy, but they made a sexual joke. And their parent, don't you talk like that. Don't wash your mouth out. Don't don't be dirty. Don't be bad. Don't be cochina. And so, you get these attachments and you're like, oh man, if they find this out, they're going to flip. I know times where that was the thought. And then as soon as the parent found out, they're like, oh, I'm going to be a grandma? I'm going to be a grandpa?
I don't know if that's the first thought of my 13, 14, 15-year-old kid being pregnant.
Maybe not you, but
I don't know if most parents. I mean, some parents might be, they're more supportive or whatnot, but I think a lot of parents is like, I'm not kidding, no, not right now, not that young, not. Because once again, society is very judgmental. So, I mean, I can't go back walking to school and be like, well, I'm pregnant. You're a slut, you're this, or whatever, So, what's the aftermath of me telling my truth? So people do a lot of things to avoid that. So.
Funny thing about mentioning pregnancy, though, even if you weren't honest up front, they're gonna find out.
Yes and no. This is good. So some people do crazy things to avoid having to tell the truth. So, like I said, there's lots of back alley abortions is the thing. So, especially for the black community, which probably a lot of white girls too. So I can't even be saying that, but you're gonna try to avoid having to tell this truth in one way or another.
You picking pregnancy was such a good example. Like, so yeah, in order to avoid other people finding out the truth, people do take measures that they feel are appropriate or justified. And also that mentions that just because something is true doesn't mean you personally have to tell everyone. Because with the pregnancy, you can actually go without telling a single person and still receive congratulations for being pregnant. Because that's one of the truths that tend to be more evident. Give me 1 second. Hey.
I know, Papa.
Hey there. Hey, girl. Hey. Siéntate, Eren. Siéntate. Good girl. Good girl. Good morning, Cookie. Have fun on your walk. Go.
Go back down. Down. Down.
Eren, acá.
Acá.
Good girl. Bájase. Si tú quieres, baja. Baja. No, bájase. Bájase. Good girl. Good girl, Eddie. You're so smart. You're so smart. Yeah. Oh. Oh, wow. We've been talking for 25 minutes.
Okay, that's good.
This is
How long is your podcast usually?
whatever. I have some over an hour. I have some 7 minutes. It's based on like the flow of the conversation. Like so as you're speaking, I'm understanding a lot of it in principles. My brother Donald sees in principles. Like his vision allows him to see principles. I can see some principles, like spirits. The spirits that I see, these are principal expressions of people. These are like the sources of potential energy. This is what I'm seeing because of however I was born. I didn't pick it. I didn't choose it. It's just
what's here.
Yeah. Like, oh, why is this person glowing? Oh, that's what I was seeing when I was a kid. Like, I didn't know it as a kid, but as an adult, and I started to learn how shit works. Like, oh, so these are spirits. Okay. Good to know.
Okay. Okay.
So as you're speaking, I'm getting images in my mind of what you're saying, but at the root of it. Like where you're saying how people are afraid of the effects of the truth. When you said that, that's where I saw the fear and uncertainty come in. And it's like, oh, okay, fear and uncertainty, by mechanism, it can lead to cowardice. Cowardice is essentially being afraid of reality. And because people are afraid of reality, they either retreat into their own inner story where they feel safe and comfortable, or they try to beat everything around them down until they're on top. Like, I want to win. In order to win, I need you beneath me because you're excelling. It's like, remember when you were talking about self-esteem and you said some people don't get glorified and edified, so they may develop low self-esteem? Cowardice can result in being addicted to the glorification and edification, to needing to be the best, always having to compete, wanting someone to worship you. Like, hey, listen, if you aren't worshiping me, I don't feel good. I need you to worship me so that I can feel comfortable with myself. And I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the black community right here because, well, that's where I have experience in. Well, most of my experiences in, and just like this new wave going on, it pretends to be spirituality. It's like, awaken your spirit, awaken your chakras. Now, whatever path people take to awaken their spirituality, become more honest, I'm all for it. Alright. Ooh, girl, if you break that, listen, she owes you, not me.
It's okay.
I'm not her legally recognized parent, so I can't incur her debts.
Okay.
So like, if people use religion and it makes them, a better person. I'm using better in quotation marks, but a better person, use religion. If people use voodoo and it makes them a better person, use voodoo. If people want to work their bodies and push their bodies to the limits doing weightlifting and it makes them a better person overall, I'm not here to stop you. But there's this thing that's pretending to be spirituality, pretending to say, hey, if you do this, you'll be a better person. But it's been weaponizing the ego. It's like, oh, you are divine, you are a king, you are a queen, you are a god, you are a goddess. All this edification, all this glory being thrown at people. And they take it, you know? They're like, oh, I'm a god? I should be worshipped and honored and respected. I'm a man. You should listen to me. You should let me guide you. And I'm like, are you listening to yourself? Are you looking at what you're doing? I'm a goddess. I got divine energy. You should worship me. You should praise me. My womb gives life. Life, starts with me. It's like, Eren, acá. Like, do you not hear the narcissism? Do you not hear this elevation, putting the pussy on a pedestal? But listen, I'm not gonna put your pussy on a pedestal, and if you're doing it, then I don't want it. Like I don't want any type of pussy that's on a pedestal. I don't want things that's on a pedestal, because when something's on a pedestal, is normally that tends to mean it's intentionally put outside of reach. Intentionally put outside of reach. So it means someone putting like the pussy on a pedestal, they're putting the pussy outside of reach, so that every time you make effort to progress toward it, in order to continue to worship, they have to move it away a little further. They have to continually move it,
Aaron. Okay.
What's the logical fallacy called? Moving the goalpost? Eren, bájase, acá. He doesn't want you up there, even though that's your couch.
It's your couch. How did you look at me 24/7? I can take my own bath.
Or if you want to go on the couch, go in the corner. Just don't lick him, okay? Go in the corner. Hey, vete a la esquina. ¿Qué quiere? Oh, man. Just want some attention? Alright, I'll give you a little bit of attention. Man, me and her are really spoiled. I know where she gets it from.
You?
Yeah. I demand attention from her very often. She'll be sitting there chilling, and I'll be like, get over here and let me rub on you. Come bond with me. Show me some love. I demand lots of attention, but I give lots of attention. So it's not an imbalance, which is why when she demands attention, I don't.
like reciprocity.
Ooh, I like that word. RESPRO.
I think you were trying to go with what the hell?
Reciprocity. Oh, the actual respect song?
I think that's what you were trying to sing.
Oh, RECPIRO, Oh, man. Well, thank you for chatting with Abby today. And you, I want to talk to you. I want you to join the conversation. If we can't talk in person, talk in the comments. Hit me up on Facebook. I'm Absird Charles. Hit me up on IG, ABSIRD1. Hit me up on Cashapp, ABSIRD. I'm Absird.
I'm Jordian. Please call me Jay.
This is Chatting with Abby. Oh, did you have anything you wanted to say? Just to end.
Bye, hoes.
Oh, bye, hoes.